The Founders Award was created quite simply because exceptional individuals deserve an exceptional tribute. Once again this year, it's been my arduous yet rewarding task to choose someone who's thoroughly deserving of this accolade. The only criteria to my decision is that the Founders Award is presented only where there's a compelling and clear, irrefutable justification for that choice. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is certainly the case with our recipient tonight. I'm sure previous winners won't mind me saying, and those people who will continue to take awards tonight won't mind me saying, that I believe this is the greatest honour this stage has ever given. And that brings with it a couple of challenges. First of all, I feel slightly insignificant to be handing this award out, and I don't feel quite well qualified to be giving this award. So who does the job instead? And that list was a very difficult task to go through. As I considered suitable candidates, I was sure of one thing: whoever makes the presentation had to be someone who had studied the winner, who understood him, the sacrifices that he had made, the love that he had shown, and the incredible, and I mean incredible, journey he has taken. So to make the presentation, I'd like to welcome someone who had a very unique opportunity to tell the remarkable story of this man and all those around him to the world. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the star of Mandela Long Walk to Freedom, Hollywood actor Idris Elba.
Good evening, how are you? Have you seen Paul's shoes? I mean, me and you have to wrestle for them shoes, Paul. I did a film called Mandela Long Walk to Freedom. Thank you. And in this film, there is a young actor called Rihad Musa. He's a young comedian from South Africa, and he played the almighty great man Ahmed Kathrada in my film. Now, pardon my ignorance, but I didn't know much of Rihad's work. And when I met him, I said, a comedian. Always cracking jokes. Ha, ha, ha. I said, okay, Rihad, that's great, you're very funny. I said, but what's Ahmed gonna think when his portrayal is played by a comedian? And then I met Ahmed Kathrada. Very funny man. First thing he said to me when I met him, he looked me up and down and he said, well, at least they got an actor that looks just like Madiba. Very funny man. I'm so honored and humbled to present the prestigious award to the former political activist who spent 28 years in prison for upholding his beliefs. 28 years for his beliefs. That does reserve a round of applause. And then when he went home, became a driving force in South African politics.
From a young age, the winner of this Founders Award witnessed firsthand the racism and discrimination that overwhelmed South Africa. Just 17, he took part in the passive resistance campaign of the South African Indian Congress and was one of 2,000 people imprisoned for defying a law that discriminated against Indians. In 1955, he helped organize a multiracial Congress of the People and its Freedom Charter. Then in 1963, his involvement in the anti-apartheid activities of the African National Congress saw him charged with attempting to overthrow the government by violent means. At the Rivonia trial which followed, he was found guilty together with Nelson Mandela and 7 others. He spent 26 years in prison. 5 years after his release in 1989, he was elected to Parliament to serve as President Mandela's parliamentary councillor. Last year, he made the key moving address at his friend Madiba's funeral. Without doubt, this Founders Award goes to the greatest ever living recipient.
The recipient of the 2014 Founders Award goes to Ahmed Kathrada.
In the first all-inclusive democratic South African elections in 1994, Ahmed Kathrada was elected as a Member of Parliament for the ANC and appointed as a political advisor to President Mandela in the newly created post of Parliamentary Councillor. In addition to receiving the ANC's highest possible accolade while still in prison, he's also been awarded 4 honorary doctorates and the Pravasi Bharatiya Samman by the Ministry of Overseas Indian Affairs.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This is not an evening for speeches. I just want to thank you very, very much, the organizers of this event, and those who have gone out of the way to get us here by air and have been looking after us so well. So thank you very, very much. I don't think I've done much to deserve this. So with the permission of the organizers, I would like to dedicate this award to those of our comrades who did not live to see freedom. And I want to name one person in particular with whom I grew up, literally. A person by the name of Ruth Slovo. She was a professor in Mozambique, and she received a package from the United Nations. And innocently, she opened the package. It was a bomb, and it killed her. And there are many, many such people who lost their lives, tortured to death, assassinated, hanged, who did not live to see freedom. So I dedicate this award to all those who did not live to see freedom. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Founders Award, Ahmed Kathrada.
Video Hub.